After 68 years, I've learned that most people die in prison, not a physical one. There are no bars, no sentence handed down by a judge. This prison is invisible, and that's what makes it so dangerous. I've watched brilliant people spend their entire lives inside it, working hard, trying everything, never understanding why nothing changed. I was one of them. For years I did everything right, and everything stayed the same, until someone showed me the walls I couldn't see. Today, I want to show them to you. You know this person. They read the books, they take the courses, they have degrees that stretch across their business card like a medal collection. And yet, their results don't match their knowledge. Their income doesn't match their intelligence. Their life doesn't match their potential. They set the alarm for 5 a.m., they hit snooze, they tell themselves tomorrow. Tomorrow becomes next week becomes next year becomes their life. They feel motivated on Sunday night. By Wednesday, that motivation is a distant memory. They start the diet, they start the business plan, they start the meditation practice, they start the diet, but they never finish. And here's what makes it worse. They're not stupid, they're not lazy. In fact, they work harder than most people they know. So they ask themselves, what's wrong with me? Nothing is wrong with you. Something is wrong with what's running you. When you were born, your mind was completely open, like a computer with no software installed. Everything around you, every word your parents said, every reaction they had, every belief they held, went directly into your operating system. You didn't choose it, you didn't filter it, you simply absorbed it. By the time you were 7 years old, your programming was largely complete, and that programming formed something, a structure, a pattern of thinking so deep, so automatic, that you don't even know it's there. The ancient philosophers called it conditioning. Modern psychologists call it schema. I call it what it is, an invisible prison. This prison has no walls you can see, no guards you can fight, no locks you can pick. It's made of beliefs you didn't choose, habits you don't remember forming, fears that aren't even yours. They were inherited. And here's the part that will keep you thinking for weeks. You can change your thoughts anytime you want. You can think positive. You can visualize success. You can repeat affirmations until your voice goes hoarse. But if you don't change the prison will change your thoughts back. Every single time. Let me show you how this prison operates. Everything in the universe vibrates. This isn't philosophy, it's physics. Your body is a mass of energy moving at a specific frequency, and your prison sets that frequency. Think of yourself like a radio station. You can only attract music that matches your frequency. You can only attract opportunities, people, circumstances that match the signal you're broadcasting. This is why intelligent people stay broke. This is why talented people stay invisible. This is why good people stay stuck. Their frequency is set to lack. Their prison broadcasts limitation, and the universe responds accordingly. Now, let me show you the 4 walls of this prison. Wall 1, the comfort addiction. Your brain is designed to protect you from danger, from pain, from discomfort of any kind. So when you try something new, something that could change your life, your brain sends an alarm. It feels like anxiety, like resistance, like a voice saying this isn't right. That voice isn't wisdom. It's your prison guard. One of the greatest performers of our generation was asked how he transforms his body, his mind, his results. His answer? When you think you're done, you're only at 40% of your capacity. 40%. When your brain screams stop, you're not even halfway to your limit. But the prison convinces you that you've reached the wall. So you stop, you rest, you stay exactly where you are. Wall 2, the denial fortress. Most people are terrified of one thing above all else. The mirror, not the physical mirror, the psychological one. The one that shows you exactly who you are, what you've done, what you've avoided. Denial is the ultimate comfort zone. As long as you can blame the economy, blame your childhood, blame your boss, blame your spouse, blame your luck, you never have to face the person actually responsible. Wall 3, the external trap. You buy things you don't need to feel something you can't find. You chase promotions not for the work, but for the title. You accumulate followers not for connection, but for validation. And every time you place your happiness in something outside yourself, you hand the keys of your prison to the world. Cars break down. Markets crash. People leave. What then? The Stoic philosophers understood this 2,000 years ago. A man named Seneca, one of the wealthiest men in Rome, wrote learning to live with less will create space for what truly matters. He wasn't talking about poverty, he was talking about freedom. Wall 4. The motivation myth. You've been told that you need to feel motivated to act. This is perhaps the most dangerous lie of all. Motivation is electricity. When it's on, everything works. When it's off, everything stops. But discipline is the generator that runs when the power goes out. A mother doesn't wait to feel motivated to feed her child. A surgeon doesn't wait to feel inspired before operating. They act because the action is who they are, not because of how they feel. If you're recognizing yourself in these patterns, subscribe. I share insights like this every week, the kind most people won't tell you. Let me tell you what this prison cost you. It cost you the income you could have earned, the contribution you could have made, the person you could have become. But those aren't the real costs. The real cost is this: you will spend your entire life 3 feet from gold and never know it. You will watch others, some less intelligent, less talented, less deserving, walk into the life that was supposed to be yours. Not because they're better, because they're free. And on some quiet night when the distractions fade and you're alone with yourself, you'll feel it, that whisper, that knowing. I was built for more than this, and you are. The potential is still there, intact, waiting. But the prison doesn't care about your potential. The prison only cares about keeping you exactly where you are. So how do you escape a prison you can't see? You don't escape it. You dismantle it brick by brick, belief by belief, pattern by pattern. It begins with one thing. The thing most people will never do. You look in the mirror, the real one, and you tell the truth, not the comfortable truth, not the justified truth. The truth. I am responsible for where I am. My excuses have been my protection. I have been the architect of my own limitation. This is not meant to shame you. This is meant to free you, because the moment you take responsibility, you take back power. A man once went from earning $4,000 a year to over $1 million. When asked what changed, he said 7 words. I changed my programming. Everything else followed. The circumstances didn't change first. The economy didn't change first. The opportunities didn't change first. He changed, and then the world rearranged itself around the new signal he was broadcasting. There is a version of you that exists right now, a version without the fear, without the doubt, without the invisible chains you've worn so long you forgot they weren't part of you. That version is not someone you become, it's someone you uncover. The prison is invisible, but so is the key, and you've been holding it the entire time. Don't wait for the right moment. Start making the moment right.